is too overwhelming for them.
That's the truth. Hey, I think we're good to go. Don't hate me. I'm beautiful.
Which one did you like better? The Ernie Johnson's Christmas presents or Jack Nicholson versus Giannis?
I like the Christmas present one.
That one was pretty good.
Hey, Drop Top, how you doing? I just like the idea of him going, but I use it many times in my private life.
It took so long to get Grok to use that properly because what it kept doing over and over again is that it'd have Shaq be like, "Come on, Ernie, I know that you use it in your private life many times, don't you?" And then Ernie'd get all pissed off. "How dare you, Shaq? How dare you?" It took ages to get one where Ernie was like, "But I assure you, I use it in my private life many times."
Okay, crew, you know how it
I mean, the Thunder are a great team, but this is exactly what I thought was going to happen in the playoffs, which is that they're a very young team. So they were going to out talent and out athlete a lot of people in the regular season. But as soon as you get to the playoffs,
do
their
best.
lack of experience was really going to start telling in terms of,
Leave your cell phones home. Bring the gloves. Load up those guns.
everybody
We
else is
can't
just
lose
as
another
athletic,
minute.
everybody
That's
else
all.
is just as talented, everybody else is just as good. So you've got to have some kind of a good game plan to be able to handle them. Now, what's made Dallas struggle in the series up to this point has been
Fall to the back.
something's
Keep
wrong
your
with Luca.
inventories.
Who knows?
Use
Maybe
weapons
he's
first.
dying of a
Get
lonely
rotating
heart or
fluids
some
in the
shit,
vault.
or maybe he's got irritable bowel syndrome.
Robbery
Nobody
time.
knows.
Get the thermal drill stashed in the
But
parking lot.
Jason
Then it's up
Kidd
to
is
you.
god
We don't know
awful.
what we're gonna get here, but remember, keep the
Wow,
civilians
Luca
in
from
check.
the
Don't
logo.
let them use
Like,
alarms or
yeah, this
phones.
series is
See you
over.
at the safe
He's
house.
playing back to his average again.
Dallas, Denver should be pretty fun. I'll say that.
Yes,
Okay,
it will be
you got
very
a plan.
enjoyable.
I don't know what's in there, but I think it's gonna be
And
good.
I've got to say it because I would be remiss not to. You really do have to think
I'm
about it.
here. I'll be there if things go wrong.
How long has it been, genuinely? And
I'll keep
the
an eye
two
on
best
it.
players on a
Go ahead.
team in a
If
playoff
things go
series
south,
were
give
both
me a yell.
white.
That's
Now, of course, since they're both from the Balkans, I use that term loosely. However,
hell. It'd probably be when Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks played Mike Bibby in the finals,
Okay, let's fucking do it.
right?
that's outstanding.
Okay, great.
I
I'll
don't
get
even know
that
if
safe
Mike
to the
Bibby's
vault door.
white or not. He looks like he's half black.
Yes, he's mixed. Um, I think you're right, though. It was probably a Suns Mavericks series where Steve was on the Suns. But I'm sitting here like, I can't for the life of me remember. Did that ever happen? Did they have a Suns Mavs series
They had at least
with
two that I know of.
with Steve on the Suns?
Yes.
All right.
I think there was
They
a
had
piece of
one
tinfoil
the
on the
year the
antenna.
Mavs went to the
It's
finals
fixed
and
now.
lost. I think they had one the year before.
Get down on the ground. Last chance, asshole. Get down.
Thinking. Take hostages. They'll be more careful.
Yes, you're correct. Which, incidentally, were both of Steve Nash's MVP seasons.
What about last year, though? Jokic and the Nuggets against Austin Reeves and the Lakers.
You know what? That's a good point. I'd forgotten about that one.
Does Yao Ming count as white?
Jesus.
Love gay headset.
You know, another good example is actually the 2007 final. We had Tony Parker, who would win Finals MVP, and he's French, versus the Cavaliers, where their best player obviously was Jonas Ilgauskas. Big Z, let's go.
And this year, the Knicks' best player is Dante DiVincenzo. So the question is, are Italians white?
I'm not going to open that can of worms. However, to be fair, if we're going to count Slovenians and Serbians as white, we have to count Italians. I mean, God, Mavericks just killing them. Every time I check back into the game, that lead's getting bigger.
You guys want to know what I think? I think LeBron James is.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Ernie. You know, looking at this court, where you see the design, they have the silhouette of the state of Oklahoma on the court.
And stay there.
It took me a while to realize that that's what it was, because at first, I shit you not, I thought it was a fucked up looking meat cleaver. Next time they show it on the court, take a look, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh. Wow. Announcers just stat cursed SGA. They said SGA has not missed a free throw since Game 2, clank.
And stay down.
Civilians can do a lot of good for you as long as you got them under control.
All quiet here.
God damn it. That was just about to be a wrap.
Robbery time. Get the thermal. Okay, people, there's the bank. I don't know what's in there, but I know it's gonna be good.
Okay, let's get ready.
Go on ahead. I'll wait here.
Oh,
have
sorry.
my guns
I was
ready.
just thinking of this story about Castro falling in love with a donkey. It's a true story.
I'll wait. I'll be
Beautiful
ready if
donkey,
things go
you know?
loud.
And this fucking priest walks in.
It's like you were trying to be the hero, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm tired of you. That's for sure. We should stop talking like this.
this is too. 1 second.
Get down, asshole. Last chance, asshole. Get down. Get down. Get down on the ground.
Now that you've taken a hostage, the police
move.
assault is going to take
Come
more
with me.
time.
Follow.
Nice. So anything terribly interesting happened today for you? Huh?
Okay, game's back on. Let's see here. I like how OKC goes on a quick run to cut the lead to 11.
Get
Oh, that
down,
was a
down.
flop. What a bitch.
So will the league punish him after this game to crack down on flopping like
All
they
good
always
here,
talk
Control.
about doing?
I just stepped on a list.
Obviously, the answer is no. It's the playoffs. I don't think they've ever given out a flopping penalty in the playoffs. So are you going to tell me the players flop in the regular season, but they don't flop in the playoffs when there's more at stake?
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Having a big think. Anyway.
Don't even have to have a big thing. Have a little thing.
Little birdie's home.
And then hope that Shaq gives you an N-word pass for Christmas.
I mean, if there was ever a guy that deserved one, it's probably Ernie, right? He has to put up with those three every day for the last.
Oh, Kyrie, my goodness. You know, they don't talk about this often, but this is probably one of the biggest strengths of the Mavericks. Obviously, the duo being on the court at the same time is really good, but genuinely, because a lot of their strengths overlap, you really should try to have, if one's on the bench, the other one at least should be out
Get
there.
down on the ground.
Keep the crowd
Get
in
down,
control.
asshole.
Because, like, man, Mavs look even
Hey, I'm fucking
fucking
bored here.
juicier
How long is
with
left
Luke
of
on
this
the
shit,
bench
you
and
assholes?
Kyrie's out there running the show. But anyway, that's just me talking. But what'd you say?
No, what I was saying was.
Oh, right. How if anyone deserved an N-word pass, it's Ernie. Shaq has referred to Ernie as being black multiple times. They consider him an honorary black man. I am sure he has an N-word pass, but he still doesn't say it because
Hey, you're just wasting ammo and
not because
jeopardizing
he's
the
concerned
operation.
about it. I'm sure that given the same situations and relationships and everything, he'd probably say it if it was 40 years ago. It's just how ubiquitous recording software and technology is nowadays.
Everyone, you know how it's done.
But I'm sure it'd still be really funny to do an AI voice.
Don't know what's in there, but I know it's gonna be good.
I got your back once the shit hits the fan. Until then, I'll stay here.
Go on ahead.
Trying to be the hero, but at the end of the day,
I'm sorry, guys. I just really wanted LeBron to win. Bro,
The harvest and
the refs are
Ronald
going to
McDonald.
work.
Get the thermal drill. Okay, people.
That wasn't a moving screen.
Don't know what's in there, but I know it's
They're
gonna
just talking about the contact that the screen made, and it's like that's the point of a fucking screen. He wasn't moving. That's the only thing that
This is your
matters.
show. I'll wait. I'll catch you if you fall.
You don't need me for this. I'll have your back if things turn to a shit show, yeah?
Like calling a charge for bulldozing out one guy who flopped in the restricted section. Like he's in the fucking circle under the basket. If he goes down, it doesn't count.
can the
hi,
Dallas challenge the
I
call?
want a large family pizza with.
Well, first of
pepperoni,
all, I don't think
sausage,
Jason Kidd
maybe
wants
a
to. But
six-pack of beer.
secondly, it's too late because they're moving the play along. Like I'm really, they did not call that an and one. That is the tickiest of tax fouls I've seen tonight. Refs are going to work on this one. What the fuck?
Sorry, Control. I was just thinking about your mama. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't. Really, come on. I love you, okay? Not like that, you know, as a friend.
Oh my god, Luke is a god. He is so pissed off at all that bullshit. He says, you know what, screw it. I'm just... Oh my god. Starting to think he took it personal that he came in third,
I said
SBA
down.
in second
People
You
in
fucking
check.
deaf or what? Get
for that
down,
MVP
down.
voting.
I said down.
Good thinking. Take hostages. They'll be more careful.
Maybe he took a lot of steroids this morning or something.
My theory is still that Luka has irritable bowel syndrome. I think he's just wearing a diaper today.
Really bad dreams. I like to talk about it. You want to talk?
So even though A goes out of his mind and scores 14 points this quarter, they still end the quarter with Dallas out in front by 12.
Okay, this is the bank. I advise casing the place. Then grab the thermal drill from the back parking
Maybe
lot.
Jason
Sal.
Kidd
That's
has
rough,
learned.
but...
The vault however
He's been
you
a coach
want.
for so long,
There's
maybe he's
usually a
actually
security
like
room,
starting
so
to
be
get a little bit
cautious.
better at this.
No, it's nothing that kid's doing. If anything, I think that...
Okay, people.
I think Luka just like approached
Don't know
him
what's in
and he's
there,
all like,
but I know it's
okay,
gonna be
look at me, I'm the captain now. That's what I'm going with anyway, because, man, Jason,
Okay,
oh my
great.
god,
I've got that thing to the vault door.
kid, he's terrible.
You go have a look-see then. I'll jump in if you need me to shoot things.
I'll wait here. Call me if you need me.
Look out for your tongue, I'll be ready if things go bad.
They're gonna come down harder
Alright,
on us
listen,
if we
Carl.
kill
I
civilians.
come over to you, okay? I don't tell the boss if you don't. There's nothing happening here. I should go home. You should go home. Get down on the ground.
But yeah, I checked the DoorDash subreddit to see people talking about this. Bro, it's like fucking 9/11 over there. Like,
Or malding hardcore.
oh, big
Hey,
time.
you ever been
People
to
are
Cuba?
fucking livid.
I have. It fucking sucks.
I
It's too
feel
hot.
like they finally did it. DoorDash hit the Pentagon. Turn the TV on, it doesn't matter what channel. They hit the Pentagon. Jesus.
down. Last chance, asshole. Get down. You know, you could be a bad guy who killed Control and are pretending to be them. How would I know? You could be coming for me right now, huh?
Get
Down on
yourself
the
together,
fucking
man.
ground.
This isn't right.
Get down,
Keep the
asshole.
crowd in control.
Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, look at all those
Stay
disappointed children in the audience.
Down on the fucking ground.
Oh, that's beautiful. Also, and I do mean this as a genuine question, not because I'm a salty Heat fan, but I do mean this as a genuine question. Considering everything that's happened in the playoffs so far for the Celtics, has any team in the history of the entire NBA had an easier path to the Eastern Conference Finals than the Celtics? Discounting like Bill Russell back when there were like 8 teams in the league.
I mean, hard to imagine. The Cavs literally did not have 3 of their key players today, and they still put everything right.
Here we go. We should be through in a couple
Right,
minutes.
like
Because I think Mitchell, Karis Levert, and someone else was out. Jared Allen.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
They literally Marcus Morris, who was still in the NBA, had to be the first option for the Cavaliers tonight. And the lead was still only 3 points with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Then the Celtics just suddenly blew it wide open. But
Little birdie's
still,
home.
like fucking Marcus Morris in 2024.
Get down. Hey, you wanna die? Get the fuck down. I said down. And stay there.
I'm just sitting here and I still keep thinking, I'm like, the moment they play a decent team, they're going to get worked. But, like, there's a real chance that they don't play a decent team just on account of the fact that everybody's getting hurt right in front of them. My God. Not only that, like, yeah, that's it. It was fucking...
Think about what you're doing here, huh?
There was...
Think
The
lights
East
come
was
with
so
all
deep
this
this year. There
and
was
fall
so
on your
much
heads?
competition and so much competency in the Eastern Conference this year. And then every single team got hurt at the same time. Like, good Lord. They should sit there and force the Celtics to be like, okay, you know what, guys? In order to make the finals, you're gonna have to do a couple do-over series here. For the first time in NBA history, you're gonna have to do a straight-up Thunderdome, and you must win a playoff series against every team that made the playoffs in the East. The finals will commence as soon as you're finished.
Good thinking. Boris will slow them down.
Like, what a joke, man. It's just pathetic.
It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, remember some of those really putrid Eastern conferences? Like, when the first time LeBron made it to the finals, that was a terrible fucking conference.
The only competent team was that Pistons team that made like 8 or 9 consecutive conference finals. And the year that LeBron got past them, they were legit on their last legs. Like,
Dude, every time I look up Luka's hitting a 3, does he have like 800 points tonight or something?
I think he's like every 3 that he's missed in the series up to this point, he's making up for it in this game. But I'll go ahead and check the box score right now. I know that Luka's going crazy. There's another one. Fuck me. 89-71. Luka, I think that was his 5th 3 tonight. 5 for 9. Yeah, 31 points. Yeah, wow. Even though I was complaining about the refs, there's only been a total of 11 free throws shot tonight.
How many points does Luka
And
have total?
Luka has 31. Luka has the only free throw attempt for the Mavs as a team. Wow.
Yeah, Denver, Dallas is going to be fun.
It's open. Let's see what we got.
Carajo, this is bad.
No gold. No cash. Crack the deposit boxes. Hope you brought a saw. Okay, I get enough. Or you can stay for more.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but Trump and Biden honestly shouldn't debate. Like, nobody watches the debates to make a decision on who they're voting for anymore. They've already made their decision. There's like maybe 2% of people that actually watch the debates so they can make a decision.
What really bothers me is just the IQ of the average voter has plummeted to such an extent. But then they're thinking, exactly like you're saying, that no one uses the debates to make a decision. No one watches the debates. No one cares. No one can comprehend what's being discussed anymore. Like, the entire concept of the democratic process has been an utter failure at this point because of the inability to guard the rights of suffrage by keeping it in the hands of people who not only have something to lose if the wrong person is elected, but also people who are responsible enough to at least have the common decency to understand what the fuck they're talking about before they make a decision.
Like, if you watch the debates, you're probably just watching it because you want to see what will happen. You've already made your decision. You're hoping that it's going to be funny or entertaining.
Right. And that was why Trump did such an amazing job against Hillary in 2016, is because he correctly identified debate now as just being a meme fest. You remember what the most enduring line of the 2012 debate, Obama versus Romney, was?
No.
It was when Obama was responding to Mitt Romney's assertion that I can't even remember exactly what it was that sparked it, but Obama said something about they used to use a lot of horses and bayonets in the military too, and the whole point of it was get with the times, Governor. This is why I'm more qualified, because I understand as president that the decisions that you have to make are super big brain, blah blah blah. Look at my gigantic brain, aren't I so smart? Blah blah blah. But it was all just a complete load of horseshit. But that was the point, is that it had nothing to do whatsoever with the question it was asked. It had nothing to do whatsoever with what anyone was talking about, or anything to do with how the country ought to be run, or the ideas that people had in terms of government. It just had everything to do with Obama was trying to get that soundbite out there, and that was the only thing that mattered. So Trump wins the debates against Hillary when he hits her with, because you'd be in jail. That was it. That was all he had to do. In 2020, there was no meme moment like that.
Right. To my recollection, I think that John Kerry won the debates against Bush, and he still lost. So, even in a matchup like that, where things were relatively even and fair, you have debates not really changing things all that much. So I don't know what the point of having debates are anymore. At least,
yeah,
this particular climate.
Yeah, it's just a complete waste of time until and unless they start removing the right to vote from large groups of people in the United States. Debates won't matter. Fucking travel, are you shitting me? When's the last time a travel's been called in the playoffs?
And Oscar Robertson was playing.
Seriously, what the fuck? Yeah. And all the Thunder are doing now is just chucking threes. None of them are going down. Like, what the fuck is his game plan? This is the guy who won Coach of the Year? Okay, I know that we're down by 15 points with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So what that means is we need to just only take 5 seconds once we've gained possession to chuck a three and hope and pray that it goes in. How about take a high percentage shot, man? Like, because Dallas hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes. Imagine if the 3 or 4 different possessions you've had since then, you at least fucking scored. There you go. They get it inside the chat. He scores. 13-point game. Why was that hard?
The Mavericks still have Hardaway Jr. somewhere else.
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he just airballed a three.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's number 10 out there.
For some reason, I couldn't remember if he went to the Knicks or not.
He was on the Knicks. That's where he got became relevant. There you go. Okay, Steve finally makes a three. After 4 minutes of trying to hit one. Jesus.
SGA's entire game is getting to the free throw line anyway. You gotta let him go to the hoop so he can get fouled.
Right, he only has 4 attempts tonight. Like, let him cook. Good grief. Can't even imagine how annoying this game must be for Thunder fans. Probably exactly as annoying as last game was for Mavericks fans, now that I think about it.
Game is not completely over yet, though. Mavericks need someone to take him home.
Yeah. Luke is pretty tired. He's been deferring for a number of these possessions now. That has not been a good choice.
Yeah, it'd be great if you had someone like Jalen Brunson to defer to right now. That'd be nice.
It's wild to me that they have this guy Kyrie Irving on the team, like one of the most clutch players ever, and they're not like, hey, let's just feed him. He's taking hardly any shots tonight. Just feed him.
It is widely believed that what? That's preposterous. What did you just call our kids? Yeah, because that's what they're being. They're not showing me any respect. pilot gets so angry he starts trying to steal everybody's Nike.
It's apparently May 21st. Dune 2 will finally be available for streaming.
Right. You said you basically watched it already, right?
Yes. I already knew the broad strokes from having watched the 1980s version and read the books, but
I mean, it is good.
yeah, I've already watched from YouTube clips enough to know generally the movie.
It's good.
Okay, so they did get the ball to Kyrie, and then he just clanked. A terrible shot. That was awful. I can't believe they called a timeout just for that to be the fucking play. It's... Ugh.
Get a shit on the floor.
Exactly. This is Tua's fault. How do you not call a travel on that? Good grief. Exactly. Wow. 21 on the Mavericks turns the ball over because he slipped when he's supposed to catch it. Mavs hardcore choking. They had an 18-point lead. What the fuck?
Yeah, Luka.
There you go. Kyrie waking up.
Come home, Luka. Right. I'm about to see Kyrie's bucket, I think.
No, he didn't make it. He stole the... He got a good steal, and then he lobbed it to 21, and 21 got fouled. And 21 choked. Missed his first. Yeah, Kyrie should have just fucking shot it himself. Like,
Had a shot.
whatever.
Right.
Because again, before that free throw, Luka was the only person who had taken free throws for the Mavericks tonight. So these are his first free throws all game. Makes the second one. Not bad, 9-point lead. At least he made one of them.
Like this, we can take on the world.
I sure hope they never get rid of Banks. But the way you guys work, you might make him extinct. I love it.
Wow. Chet with a dunk. That was impressive. Damn right, no call. It was a flop. There you go. PJ with the 3. 10-point game.
Oh my god, how did Chet get in there? The rim was like protected very well.
That's why I said wow. I was like, that was better than anything I've ever seen Wemby do.
Nice 3 from the corner. 10-point game.
Wait, is the scorekeeper retarded? They only counted that basket as 1 point.
Oops.
It should be 93-85. I'm really surprised Luka didn't take that shot, but that's fine. He gets his own rebound and dunks it. 11-point game. I'll just assume that the scorekeepers are not drunk. That was not a foul. He legitimately just tripped. 100% challenge it, yeah. Look at that shit. That was not a push. That flop. 100%. You're damn right, challenge. That was a flop. Oh my god. Have you seen it yet, Joker?
Yeah, I saw it just now.
That was 100%. That's got to be a flop. That was not a push. Luka held his ground when that guy just ran into him, and then he bounced off. That was a fucking flop.
The diamond might be worth a king's ransom.
Has to be.
Dentist, it's just a tool.
It's pathetic.
Well, part of a tool, to be precise. Seems his real prize is stored in one of the world's toughest... The diamond might be worth a king's ransom, but to the dentist, it's...
The Golden Grin Casino is the largest casino in... The Golden Grin Casino was founded on post-war wealth. The time has come to redistribute that.
The diamond might be worth a king's ransom.
The Golden Grin Casino is the largest casino in Vegas.
Oh my God, Grand Hill. Gold as fuck. Yes. Do not, mate. You cannot. That was a flop. That is 100%. That's a flop.
Big vault. Big. I mean benevolent bag big. Whether you sneak in or go full assault, you're in for
They're call. Oh my God. Okay, well, scorekeepers stop being retarded.
getting out of there.
10-point game. He caught it up. Challenge unsuccessful. SGA
Contract is
flopping
fulfilled.
successfully. Luca says, "I know." Ball don't lie. Misses the first one. Ball don't fucking lie. Luca literally just said, "Ball don't lie." Ball don't lie. No. Nine-point game. Made the second one.
You know I prefer
Fucking
to be
pathetic,
involved in
bro.
jobs
That was a
where
flop.
preparation is taken seriously. Do not disappoint me. The time for action is now.
All right, Luca misses. 3:23 left. 9-point game. Look out for another SGA flop. Here it comes. He literally tried.
Call.
He literally tried to flop on Kyrie. There was no call, but he tried to fucking do it again. What a piece of shit.
Man here left a guitar case with your gear somewhere.
Thunder literally only want a 3. Like, this is the only thing they're even trying to do. Pathetic offense.
Over there. Your gear's in
And yeah, brick. So, Mavs ball, 250 left, 9-point game.
there's sleeping gas.
Thunder foul.
Grab it. You'll need it later. Next, we find the room whose vent connects with a security center. We can use that to knock out the guards with the sleeping gas. So, we need blueprints. Check the archives. There's the alarm. No problem. Plant
After that foul, the Mavs are now in the bonus. So any foul from here on out results in free throws. Oh my God, Luka almost made that shot from half court. That was ridiculous.
9-point game.
Then Dort immediately airballs it. It's a 9-point game. Why are you trying to take a 3 seconds into the shot clock? Let the fucking play develop, bro. What are you doing?
He's trying to be the hero.
You can't be serious. They're doing Hacka on Lively.
Oh yeah, they did this in a couple of games ago. I remember.
Yeah, they said game 3.
case over there. That's your gear.
Makes the first one, because apparently he's the worst free throw shooter they have. So he made the first one.
Put some sleeping gas in there too. Don't leave it behind. Now, we gotta find
Made the second one. Made them both.
Guards.
Right after Grant Hill just said, this is not a bad move by Dagenhalt. It's actually pretty smart to play Haka on their bad free throw shooter. And it's like, really? So, Chet, wow. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You got to see that yourself. That was a great play.
Okay, let's fucking do it.
All right. 11-point lead. SGA takes it up. Kicks it out. Kicks it out. Oh! That might be the dagger. Hey, Santi, what's up?
Yeah, it probably secures the game, but SGA came back down and scored on the other end. It's an 11-point game with a minute and 37 left. Bro, Luka, you got to take the shot, man. What are you doing?
My guess would be the employee-only areas.
I would have shit myself if he actually made it, but that was a terrible possession. Shot clock violation, minute 19 left, 11-point game still. Thunder gonna fuck it up yet again. Yep, horrific brick. Chet redeems himself. Offensive rebound and the putback dunk. 9-point game, minute 10 left. They're doubling Kyrie at half court for some reason. Kyrie, why didn't you shoot that yourself? What are you doing? Oh, that's why. Luka easily blocks SGA on the fucking fast break. That's it. That's the game. Yeah, they have to foul now. 9-point game with 50 left. Wow, Luka saving the game. Right after Kyrie made a questionable choice, Luka said, fuck that, we're winning this. You know what's wild? If they didn't shit themselves down the stretch at the end of last game, this would be it right here. This would be the end of the series.
Yeah. Too bad. But they're in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, up 3-2 just means they can end it at home. Because unless this was just a fluke and Luka goes back to playing like he's got IBS, then yeah, OKC can't handle this. Because the rest of the Mavs didn't play all that well. You know, so if Luka can win when they're all playing like crap, wow. I'm not sure I agree with that. I know I said that the game is basically over. It's an 11-point game with 50 seconds left. It's not impossible for the game to end with the Thunder win still. Jason Kidd pulled Kyrie and Luka. He's having them sit. He's like, okay, guys, we win. You're done. Still 50 seconds left, man. Like, oh, God.
I get it. I don't think it's that bad of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's still like a 99% chance that they win this game. So, like, I also get it. But still, I think that's a spectacularly retarded thing to do.
Okay, let's do this.
About time we teach a lesson.
You know, I think that's one thing that we can all agree on as far as fast food pizzas go. Domino's is like bottom tier. I haven't had Domino's in fucking like 10 years at this point.
I've had some Domino's that I thought was pretty good. Not a lot, but have their good days.
So the most 30-point triple-doubles in NBA playoff history, LeBron with 15 in first place, Oscar Robertson in 8th place, in second place with 8. Jokic tied in second place with 8. They're bringing it up because Luka today is in 7th place. With this is his third 30-point triple-double in the playoffs.
Falling in love with a donkey. It's a true story. Beautiful donkey, you know? and this fucking priest walks in.
And yeah, that block was probably game-winning right there. That was phenomenal.
I wonder if Luka might go down as like the greatest player to never win it, because fate is conspiring.
Yeah. If it weren't for Jokic, he would. And the reason I say that is because with so many of the voters being black, they are legitimately furious that not one, but literally two of the top players in the league are both white. They can't handle it. So while Jokic is out there winning MVPs, they can barely tolerate that as is. But if Luka wins one too, if they've got multiple white guys out there winning MVPs, they wouldn't be able to take it. Their minds would shatter. As evidenced by the fact that they gave Shea second place in the MVP voting, and it's like, yeah, but why? Like,
So what happens when Noah Giga, what I mean, comes into the, what happens? Like,
oh well. Thankfully, he plays in the NFL, so we don't need to worry about that.
win MVP?
The Thunder are still trying to chuck threes here. Like, this is...
I mean,
God.
what else are they gonna do?
I know, but, like, it's just pathetic to watch. Like, at least make a basket. Fuck.
The C4 is right in there. Why does the green need C4? God knows.
Sorry, Control. I was just thinking about your mama. No, I'm kidding, I wasn't. Really, come on, I love you, okay? Not like that, you know. as
Isn't
a
Zach
friend.
Eddy just destined to average 7 points and 7 rebounds a game at his peak? Just feels like the definition of a low, tall, white guy. Gives you 7 points and 7 rebounds a game. Joel Prisbilla. He's like a slightly lesser version of Joel Prisbilla.
Brutal. But highly accurate. Huge win for Dallas. Basically.
Yep, that's good.
Got a body bag case here.
And yeah, I gotta say, I find this alleged coach of the year's coaching to be fucking pathetic. Because, I mean, I said it before that Dallas just has more talent and everything, but, like, that is absolutely a winnable game. You cut it to single digits, and your fucking mindset is, okay, even though it's a 9-point game, there's 3 minutes left, let's take a 3 5 seconds into the shot clock every single time we get the ball.
Right.
That's basically unstoppable inside. Like you said yourself, Shea makes his living at the free throw line, driving to the basket and making contact. They had 6 free throw attempts tonight. One of them was off that awful flop. Or, sorry, 2 of those attempts, I mean.
6 in one game? Wow. At home, that's crazy.
In a must-win playoff game. Like, what the fuck? And the only thing I can say is that this is a perfect example of coaching. Because I've said it so many different times. No matter what the sport, coaching is the most misunderstood thing in professional sports. And this is a perfect example. This guy wins Coach of the Year. They call him the best coach in the league this season. And that's what he actually sits there and thinks is a good idea. Because if it wasn't his game plan, he would have called a timeout after the first one and said, hey, I know you're anxious. I know we're down and we can't lose this game. But calm the fuck down. That is not how we're going to play right now. We're going to take smart, high percentage shots because it's a single digit game and we've got all the momentum right now. You don't throw that away by taking quick threes. And I say that because in the process of them chucking up constant threes where they couldn't fucking hit one, Dallas went 90 seconds without making a basket. Now, that may not sound like very long in terms of time, but that was 6 possessions.
Okay, gang, plan B. Force our way
That was
through.
6 Mavericks
We need as
possessions
many
without them
perimeter
scoring.
defenders to enter the armory.
How could that possibly be your game plan if you're anything other than a bad coach?
This is a big
Good
job.
country.
I'll tell you through it as we go. But the skinny is
Good
this.
God.
The golden grin.
Like that fucking big time tilts me because I'm sitting there like, how do you win Coach of the Year and suck ass
Remember, you're in sleepy mode.
in big moments like that? And then Eric Spoelstra doesn't have a single fucking Coach of the Year award.
Nico, our inside man here, left a guitar case with your gear somewhere.
I am mad.
Over there. Your gear's in that guitar case. Okay, mask up when you're ready. There's sleeping gas too. Grab it. You'll need it later. Next, we find the room whose vent connects with the security center. We can use that to knock out the guards with the sleeping gas.
Like that has to be humiliating, doesn't it, when you get out coached by Jason Kidd?
Yeah. And not that.
Okay,
It
let's
feels like
fucking
home
do
court
it.
just doesn't matter as much as it do in general, does it? Doesn't feel like playing at home means that much anymore.
I highly agree with that, and I'll tell you why for a number of reasons. The culture has changed so that crowds aren't as electric as they used to be. And the way that travel used to work has changed a lot also. Back in the 80s, when home court meant a big deal, teams didn't travel on their own private plane. A lot of teams traveled by bus. Or if they did get a plane, they didn't charter a private flight. They hopped on the same plane that other people were using.
My guess would be the employee-only areas.
That was only ever in the instance of a cross-country kind of deal. But then, in the finals, it mattered a lot because Boston to LA, there's big-time jet lag. But Boston to New York, when you just took a bus, But still, yeah, home court's not as big of a deal as it used to be in the past. And that's, how you end up with so many other actually intelligent coaches, like Spo, who essentially take the regular season off because they're like, it doesn't matter as much. Having said that, it would have been much nicer for Miami to have ended up being the 6th seed this year, since Jimmy wouldn't have gotten hurt in that play-in game.
Right.
And we would have easily handled an injured Bucks team, just like the Pacers did.
Although you would have had to deal with Patrick Beverly throwing a basketball at Miami, and I think that's where
Joke's on him because he, unlike the kind of woman that would be in the crowd at an Indiana Pacers game, the kind of woman in the crowd at a Miami Heat game would have actually been a trainee. So he would have gotten his ass kicked. He'd be like, okay, who's the least threatening person I could throw a ball at here? Oh, I know, that white woman over there. Oh no, it was a tranny. Oh man.
The armory. Looks like they have a bunch of C4 stacked there. Christ knows what a casino needs plastic explosive for.
first time I found this room. Worse than that time a cartoon said pedophile.
You think that's bad?
Down on the fucking ground. You fucking deaf or what? Get down.
Good thinking. Take hostages. They'll be more careful coming in.
Follow me.
Great. Now find a scanner in IT. Fax me a copy of the blueprints. I'll find that
You're
vent.
going to regret that, you. How much money would you pay to watch Asuka beat the crap out of Patrick Beverly?
Sorry, what'd you say? I didn't hear.
How much money would you pay to watch Asuka beat the crap out of Patrick Beverly?
Oh man, quite a lot.
You're in sleepy mode. Your guns and masks are stashed somewhere. Until you get them, you're invisible to security. Over there. Your gear's in that guitar case. Great. Now you can mask up again. Oh, put some sleeping gas in there too. Don't leave it behind. Now, we gotta find out what room shares the vent with the security center. We'll use it to knock out the guards. First, get building blueprints. They should be inside the archives.
Welcome to America.
And now for my next trick.
Get the blueprints in the archives. They're somewhere in the employee-only areas.
Oh man,
But
Fuck this.
bro, this
I
is
wanna buy
fucking
some
great. The
guns.
story that
I come over
I
to
just came up
okay?
with was
I don't
the
touch grass if you don't.
He gave me the idea by saying Oscar beating up Pat Bev. He goes like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. This is amazing. Oh my god, I gotta reread this one while listening to the Stone Cold Steve. Now hit my music.
All right, I'll take it. With a mix of horror and excitement.
What?
Asuka and Shinji at the press conference. Pretty good.
Fucking lost it. Went to the locker room after the game. That's when I started dying. Patrick Beverly sitting on a bench nursing his wounds. Oscar storms in. You're a fucking disgrace.
Down! I said down!
Every hostage you take slows the cops down.
Nearby microphones picked up Frank Vogel referring to LeBron James as a stupid.
You're in civilian mode. No guns, no masks. Invisible to security. When you're ready, find your gear. Miko the janitor left it in a guitar case somewhere. See that guitar case over there? That's your gear. Great. Now you can mask up again. There's sleeping gas too. Grab it. You'll need it later. Now, we gotta find out what room shares the vent to the security center. We'll use it to knock out the guards. First, get building blueprints. They should be inside the archives.
Time to kick some ass.
Yes, I knew it. Nothing but a big, dumb.
The blueprints are in the archives. My guess would be the employee-only areas.
So many cameras on this map.
You're in civilian mode. No guns, no masks. Invisible to security. When you're ready, find your gear. Nico the janitor left it in a guitar case somewhere. See that guitar case over there? That's your gear. Okay, mask up when you're ready. There's sleeping gas too. Grab it. You'll need it later. Now, we gotta find out what
That's
room
not what I
shares the
think.
vent to the security center. We'll use it to knock out the guards. First, get building blueprints. They should be inside the archives.
Okay, come on, guys.
Get the blueprints in the archives. They're somewhere in the employee-only areas. That's them. Now scan them in and fax me a copy. I'll figure out the right vent.
Watching. Yeah, Santi, I'm playing as Tony Montana. One of the skins in this game you can get from the DLC is Tony Montana.
Gang, you gotta scan and fax over the blueprints. Sure that can be done in IT. It's 154. Nice. Now go get that guest list from reception. Its vent connects with the security center. Okay, now I need a guest list. Find out who's in that room. We'll need their key. Reception should have a terminal with that info. Grab a USB stick.
Not gonna. Be right back, guys. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize that until they just showed the stat line. Al Horford went off. I didn't know Al Horford had that in him. God damn.
Yeah, it makes sense. When he's playing a team that's got like no interior presence whatsoever, he can go. But 6 threes from Al Horford. Wow.
Reception will have the guest
Also,
list.
he's the Embiid
Just head
stopper.
there. Download it.
Also, bigly. I like how the fucking headline for that Celtics game is Tatum flirts with a triple double. Meanwhile, like every other big star in the playoffs actually is getting a triple.
As long as you got him under control.
Bro,
Nobody runs
What a meme.
away if they're cable tied. You understand? I don't want to see your pretty ass on TV, okay?
This is reception. Remember where it is.
Sorry, Control, I was just scratching my balls. You don't know what that means because you ain't got no balls, but that's okay. Place the body bag case here.
Great. Here comes the guest list now. That's the list. Now get back to IT and upload.
Oh, have you seen over the last several days how pissed
What?
off people got about Harrison Butker's?
what?
People are infuriated. People are absolutely malding.
Oh, is that the kicker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. It's an excellent litmus test for angry feminists. Because there's a hell of a lot of women who've been like, "Oh my God, look at him! He's saying that women's only purpose is to be a wife and mother." And it's all like, a bunch of people they've been like, "I have a question. How is it that every single ethnicity, women are proud of being a mother, except for white women? Is the one group that views motherhood as being bad?" And then you end up with god awful takes like these.
So, in the year 2175, are they going to make a 28 decades later? Is that how they're doing this?
Yes. That's exactly correct.
Asante, if you're still in the chat, I just sent you something.
From an
What?
online terminal.
No, I just sent Santi something.
Oh.
It, it was your Frank Vogel story where he got the t-shirts made.
Nice.
Feel very confident that Charles didn't need to buy it.
Don't forget to send me the list. Head to IT. Plug it in.
How could he only score 8 points?
That's it. Doing a background check now. Hold on. That's him. Got his name. SSN. Last time he took a dump. Check the screen in IT. Find him. Says he loves the slots. So maybe that will be where he is.
Assuming Denver wins the title this year and Jokic wins Finals MVP, where does Jokic now rank all time?
He'd have to be in the top 10 because that's now a 3-time MVP and 2-time NBA Finals MVP.
Like, he'd probably rank ahead of Curry at that point, right? I know Curry's got more titles, but Jokic has more MVP.
He's already got more MVPs, and if he wins this year, then he has more Finals MVPs. So yeah, he'd be over Curry already.
Probably over Giannis.
Yeah, well, he's over Giannis already. All time.
Certainly he's...
I know he's in the top 10. Right now I put the top 10. I'd have first place is Tim Duncan. Second place is Kareem. Third place would be Jordan. Fourth place is really tough. I want to give it to Wilt, just in terms of the individual excellence, but Bill Russell being there also wouldn't be terrible. Fifth place, probably say Kobe. Sixth Magic, 7 Bird, 8 LeBron. Probably Jokic in there at 9th.
Looks like his drink is getting low. Let's serve him another.
And then Hakeem Olajuwon at 10th, so Curry would get knocked out of the top 10 completely.
And he's still got more to go. Still got plenty more to go.
Yeah. This is me, though. I'm the only person I've ever heard of who has Tim Duncan as the undisputed GOAT. But based off of how I define what I think GOAT should be, that's my listing.
So that would make him the highest modern player outside of LeBron. I guess I don't count Kobe as modern. Like, he's not even alive anymore. How can he be?
No, but I see what you're saying. We could call this. See, it's funny because there's the 3-point era, which is obviously the era since they invented the 3-point shot. But I genuinely feel like since I would say I want to say 2010 is the last championship that was won without the 3-point shot being the priority focus. 2011 and onward. Because, like, even though 2011 was, like, the last time that a non-super team won it, Eric was surrounded by 3-point shooters and a guy who would go on and win Defensive Player of the Year. And realistically, Tyson Chandler could have won it at any time. I think he only got it the one time because he was in New York, but he could have easily earned it plenty of other times.
He also got hurt a lot, to my recollection.
Yeah. But other than this season, getting injured a lot didn't really stop people from winning awards. Oh, I forgot to bring this up. Another guy who's missing in my eras that really disappointed me when I didn't see him, Brandon Roy.
Oh, yeah.
I was big time upset about that.
That's always a fun what if to play with.
Yeah, like, it didn't make any sense to me because Greg Oden's in the game. And, like, what the fuck? Like, why is Greg Oden there if Brandon Roy isn't?
Now top up his glass. As soon as he swallows, well, let's say he's going to go loud. Follow him and get the card for his room.
Okay, we got it secured.
Got an idea. I got his phone number. I'll call him and distract him. He'll be ready to top up his glass.
Like, if Jokic wins MVP and Finals MVP next year, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
Little birdie's home.
At that point, like, why would he not be better than Larry Bird all time?
Yeah, because Bird's claim to fame, he three-peated as MVP and beat some really fucking good teams. Plus, that 1986 Celtics team is up there as one of the best teams ever. But exactly like you said. Because by that point, Bird had a very short career. Jokic will have already produced the accolades that Bird had. In addition to, he's not going to have to retire like pretty much on the spot. Oh yeah, he's going to have a bajillion fuck like.
Top 5 at that point.
Yeah. In addition, Jokic would be undefeated in the final. That would be a big one, and is what already puts him over LeBron. Is that LeBron just fucking constantly lost. Like the only reason he has any rings is because you fucking go there enough times, you might win one. Jeez. But yeah, if Jokic wins MVP and Finals MVP again next year, then what Jokic will have also done is be the first person since LeBron to win 4 MVPs in 5 years, and LeBron only has 4 MVPs. The amount of people who have 4 MVPs is really small. You're talking about. I had to check the list because, like, some of the guys I want to name might not have been around in time.
I think Kareem did.
Well, I know he did. I could name a couple of them right now, but I want to have the full list. Like Jordan and Kareem. Kareem is the all-time leader, I think, with 6.
Down! You fucking deaf or what? Get down! Stay down! Come on!
The police assault is going to
Yes, Kareem's the all-time leader with 6. Michael Jordan and Bill Russell both have 5. So if Jokic won 4,
Hey, what's up with the
he'd be tied third all-time with Wilt Chamberlain and LeBron James. So then there's only, he would be one of only 6 guys who have at least 4 MVPs. It's Kareem, Jordan, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron, and Jokic. If Jokic won again next year. But I'd feel amazing because then I would have, back in 2022, like at the beginning of last season, I would have been like, due to voter fatigue, is the only reason Jokic wouldn't win it this year. But if he doesn't, I predict, and especially as time got further along and we saw who was going to actually win it, and when Embiid did win it, that guy's going to humiliate himself in the playoffs while Jokic goes to win a championship this year, showing everybody that, you know, it was way too early to move on from Jokic's MVP. He's still it. And then he's going to come out just fucking kick serious fucking ass. Like, he's probably going to have an even more amazing season next year. After all this, just to, like, really rub it in everybody's face.
I mean, it doesn't even
But
seem
yeah,
hard
like,
for him to play at that MVP level.
right. The only reason he doesn't want to, a lot of time, like, I'm not even going to say doesn't want to, but he's talked about it before. He's like, well, you know, it gets exhausting when you do that all the time, and then it's harder to go deep in the playoffs. Which is completely true. Well, anyway, calling that he'd win 4 and 5 like 2 years ago, I'd feel like a humongous brain. That would really redeem my ability to understand sports in my own eyes. Because as a Miami sports fan, that's hurt. My self-confidence in predicting shit has been hurt a lot, let me tell you. But anyway, yeah, it'd be super tough to not 4 and 5 and 3 rings. Because that's another thing, is that assuming that he wins it this year and then he wins it again next year, we hadn't even mentioned it until right now, that's a 3-peat. Which would have been the first 3-peat since the Kobe Lakers. Jokic would have done it with Jamal Murray, who no one would ever compare to Kobe ever. Not that Murray's a bad player, but like, holy fuck, they're not even on the same level.
Yeah.
So if Jokic just suddenly pulls out the first 3-peat in 20 years, plus wins 4 and 5, he's top 5 all time. Like, you have to.
I think it's so cool that a player that plays like this, that looks like this, that is completely unathletic like this, can be this good. There's something really cool about it.
that's why I love him, because he's doing it through pure understanding of what basketball is about, pure fundamentals. He's just like Tim Duncan, even though obviously Tim Duncan was he appeared to be more athletic. I'm not going to actually call him more athletic. Tim Duncan just had less fat on him, but Tim Duncan was like rail thin practically for a guy his size, compared to other dudes at his position. Like, remember that Tim Duncan played against not for very long, but in the last quarter of his career, Karl Malone. The Jazz were a huge rival to that early Spurs team.
Sorry, Control.
And you
I was
compare
just
Karl
thinking about
Malone's
your
physique to
mama.
Tim Duncan's, and you're
No,
like,
I
holy
wasn't.
fuck, Karl must have been
Really,
bullying the
come
shit
on,
out of
I
this
love
guy.
you,
But no,
okay?
Tim won the
Not like that,
championship. Like,
He's a friend.
the fucking teenager. And he did it through pure understanding of fundamentals and what basketball was all about.
Check the owner's office for the briefcase.
And I love that.
Pit boss will be around the main hall. The locker room is where the security chief's briefcase likely is. Security chief's code. His ass is in trouble for leaving this around. One down, two more to go. Find the other numbers and get easy access to the vault.
Yeah, that works.
While I think it's fun that Dallas made it this far, gotta admit, I would be very surprised if they were able to actually beat Denver in the conference finals. So it really feels like the finals are a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. And the reason for that is because, again, Jason Kidd is the worst coach who is still in the postseason. Number one. Number two, the Mavs are a very talented team, and Luka is a very talented player, but the Nuggets are basically playing perfect basketball.
By the pit boss and the third by the head of security.
It literally took the best defense that the league has had in the last 5 years to just take 2 games off them. Now, I'm sure it'll be close, but that fucking Lakers series was close. That's just how the Nuggets play. The Nuggets play basketball the same way that Floyd Mayweather boxes. They take a long view of things, and they say it's a 7-game series. I want to see what you got first. They spend those first couple of games seeing what you've got, and then once they feel comfortable, then they turn on the gas and it's another reason I love him. Because when I was younger, I thought Floyd Mayweather's fights were boring as shit. I couldn't stand it. I hated the fucking guy. I wanted Pacquiao to kick the shit out of him. But as I got older, I'm like, man, I really wish that I had appreciated greatness more when I had the opportunity to witness it live. Man, just probably the best defensive boxer in history.
Guys, the briefcases. Check the owner's office and find the pit boss.
And he still has enough of his brain working to enjoy the money that he made.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of my all-time favorites is Joe Frazier, and he'd always talk about that fight because the famous fight with Ali that he lost the rubber match, and that was the big one. That's now everyone says Ali's the GOAT, and Frazier, he's always going to be just second best. Frazier, until the day he died, he's always like, I didn't want to give up that fight. My trainer threw in the towel for me. I did not want to give. I wanted to keep going, but my trainer threw in the towel for me. That's why Joe Frazier never spoke to him again as long as he lived, and he spent the whole rest of his life. Joe Frazier was perfectly lucid, articulate, capable of, he died of cancer. And Muhammad Ali died of severe brain injury trauma that turned into degenerative neurological disorder that ended up killing him. To the day he died, Joe Frazier said, I want you to look at me and then look at him and tell me who won that fight. Insanely based.
So how can he still be mad at his trainer? That being the case.
Because, well, I know, but what might have been? It's hard to blame him, because you could sit there and say, if it went to decision, who knows what happens. But a lot of people around Ali, even Ali himself sometimes, but he would very rarely ever say this. So it was mostly just hearsay in terms of people repeating, I was talking to Muhammad and he told me
Last chance,
kind of deal. So we don't have
Come on.
anything from the man himself
I see you took a
specifically.
hostage. That'll slow
But
things down for a little while.
a lot of people around him had said for many years that it turns out that Joe's trainer just beat him to the punch. And Ali, when he was in the corner, he was giving up. He was talking to his trainer. He's all like, "This man, this is the closest to death I've ever been. This man's hitting me harder than I've ever been hit in my life. I don't care about this fight anymore. I just want to go home. Cut the gloves off me." And his trainer was just like, "Okay, yeah, it's your choice. I don't blame you. It looks like you're getting murdered out there. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but because it looks like Joe Frazier getting murdered too. But it looks like he's willing to die to win this fight, and I don't blame you for not being willing to die to win this fight. No problem. They're just talking back and forth, trying to think about what they're gonna do. Like they're probably not gonna come out of the corner, and then Joe's trainer throws in the towel, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we win."
Exactly.
That's another reason Joe was always pissed, is because as soon as he heard that shit, he's like, "I fucking won that fight. I didn't want to give up my trainer. Fuck me." In that situation, how could you blame the guy? But
What a silly sport. Sometimes.
for real. Thanks to UFC, it's even fucking sillier because the only people who pay attention to it now are like Ukrainians and Mexicans.
I used to really like boxing. I'm kind of sad that it's dead now. Boxing, cool.
I agree with you. While I understand the chess match has taken place in terms of a grappling contest, visually, it's not exciting. Two guys punching the shit out of each other is. So, striking is always going to be more exciting than watching grappling. Even though grappling is very difficult and, there's a lot going on in it, like, there's no question to me that, the best grapplers on earth are absolutely very, very fucking talented fighters.
Go into the vault and try them out.
Watching them go at it's boring. For the observer, they're just laying down.
Now you can mask up again.
Because there's so much going on that you're not able to see as the observer. They're battling for position and trying to get into the lower center of gravity and position themselves so that the guy can't grapple them in a specific way and all that kind of shit. And, there's a lot going on there, sure, but to the viewer, it just looks like shit.
My uncle tell a story one time about how he went to, back in the 90s, a big boxing match, and the match lasted about 11 seconds before there was a knockout. And he was talking about how, like, all these guys, they come out to watch this match, they spend a ton of money on tickets, they get out there and it's just over.
Yeah.
That is a thing that can happen.
Especially back when Mike Tyson was boxing. Many such cases.
What the hell? How
Since-
did LeBron only score 8 points?
As dilemma, Mitchell extension sparks Garland trade talks. Cleveland Cavaliers face a pivotal offseason as they consider the potential contract extension of Donovan Mitchell. If Mitchell extends his contract, it could lead to discussions about trading Darius Garland, as suggested by agent Rich Paul. Rival executives and analysts believe the Cavs may need to choose between Mitchell and Garland, with Garland potentially seeking a new team if Mitchell remains. Do they not like each other or something?
Maybe they could only afford to keep one? I don't know.
The code is,
This is all just Rich Paul shit, too.
4, 6, 5.
And yeah, Donovan Mitchell may not exactly be happy in Cleveland, but this is a good point. Thanks to the Cavs' bird rights, they can give him $270 million. If he hits the open market, the maximum he'd be able to get is 200. So by leaving Cleveland, he leaves $70 million on the table.
That might be worth getting out of Cleveland. I don't know.
Outstanding. Guys,
It's hard to say, because I'm like, bro, if it was me, like,
our goal is the
if I was a basketball player, I would only care about the money.
Get it out of here.
Yeah, all this talk about Garland getting traded is just Rich Paul trying to get him paid, I guess.
Oh my
Is there any piece of shit that does not deserve to be involved in professional sports in any way more than Rich Paul?
What about Scott Boras?
I don't know. The LeBron affiliation makes me think that it's a bigger deal. Ugh. Boris is definitely up there, though.
More laser defenses. Forget disabling them. Just watch the pattern and be ready to run through. What the hell? Now just grab that thing and get it out of there. It's what we came for. Don't know what it is, but we got it. Now, back to the car.
Well, this is going to take forever for me to do because I'm by myself. But I'm going to try to do it because it seems like it would be fun.
And listen to this loser trying to have fun playing video games.
Oh, wait a minute. This won't be so bad at all, actually. Never mind. The drop-off truck's right here.
Now redeem the dentist contract. You can bounce or treat
Nice.
it to a payday crew party and loot the place. You can bounce now, or you can stay and give the Golden Grid a thorough cleaning.
Your mama is so fat. And Kenobi said that's no move. That's your mama.
Jesus.
Hey, Coach, what did you just call me?
Rest assured, I say it in my private life many times. Oh, I didn't get the chance to ask you yet. Are you excited? Are you excited for the new Assassin's Creed that's going to be like one of your Japanese animes?
I haven't even played the most recent Assassin's Creed. So
I know, but the fucking stupidest goddamn thing that they're making that black guy that was a retainer for Nobunaga, the main character.
yeah, I've heard about it.
So it's hysterical because a bunch of Japanese people are like, you guys realize he was a pet, right? Like,
You guys realize none of us are going to play this game now, right?
exactly. I do not expect it to sell very well in Japan.
I still just remember that story I read. It was that it was a black guy who was like interviewing for a job in Japan and had gone through the process, several steps, and everything was fine. And then he finally did the in-person interview, which was really just, in front of a webcam so they could see what he looked like. And he was black. And he said the interview lasted 10 seconds. They just stared at me and then ended the meeting. And I was
That is fucking tremendous.
Do you remember that little arc they did at the end of the second season of Digimon? Where they kind of went around the world and met kids from a bunch of different countries?
Yes.
It just occurred to me that they never went to Africa.
Oh man, tremendous.
They went to fucking France. They went to Russia. They went to India, I think. They didn't go to Africa. Go to fucking... They're like, okay, if that country gets attacked, they're just fucked. Deal with it. Literally deal with it.
I just realized that's like the origin of the "oh no" anyway meme. Could you imagine? Fucking Agumon walks up to Tai. Oh no, Tai! I heard that over in Africa there's a whole bunch of Digimon invading. They're led by Myotismon. Oh no! Anyway,
They're just finishing Kramer's work from when he was piloting the Ava.
exactly.
I didn't even tell Grok to have Kramer say that. That was something Grok came up with on its own.
Tremendous.
Call them a bunch of little bastards. You go up Go up to a random black person. Tell them, hey, did you know that your great-great-grandfather helped me pick out this suit? Really? He did? Yeah, it's made out of 100% cotton.
Damn, son.
So bad. So fucking bad.
Tremendous. Okay, it does the typical Grok thing at the end, where it does the whole, okay, but here's a happy ending instead. I'm just gonna remove that part to make it funnier.
You gotta shoot the shaggy dog at the end of the story, right?
Exactly. So there you go.
Alright, give me a second here. And you know, in Japan, they wouldn't even get in trouble for it. Like, nobody would have an issue with it. They'd be just like, yeah,
You'd be like, exactly.
what's the problem?
That's when I had it say that, because that phrase I had it I typed out. I have one of the executives say this. Um, the Dr. Rabbit thing. When the one kid was like, "Hey, can I come?" No, 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 no.
Chocolate rain.
Exactly.
Dr. Rabbit, do you think we can learn the best way to brush our teeth today? No. Okay. Say mother.
God, I love that video so much.
Reaching into his bag again.
Tremendous.
Ethnic. God, that guy was a fucking pioneer. I hope he's doing well wherever he is.
God bless him and keep him. Like when fucking Gypsy Crusader made his triumphant return. A clip.
The guy seemed to have a pretty good sense of humor about it.
Oh god. Yeah, it was. Sitting there like, where do I get that fucking gun that he had that shoots the flash? Oh my god, that was amazing. Tremendous.
All the things she said, all the things. Normal friend Cope. Remember, everybody, Ari is normal friend. Gamers love Oscar. I get a happy meal. Right?
Yeah, listen. There's some guy here. You know, never mind. It was nothing. Got a body bag case here. What was the happy ending that Grok tried to tack on, by the way?
What?
What was that happy ending that Grok tried to tack on?
Oh, the happy ending was Jamal wouldn't let that stop him, though. He felt determined to triumph over this case of racism. Oh, he brushed his teeth and said his prayers and ate his vitamins and all that other bullshit. And then a year later, he gets a job in Japan anyway with another company that wasn't racist. And I'm all like, what the hell's the point of this? Like,
Yeah, and there are no companies in Japan that aren't racist.
I thought you were going to say there are no companies in Japan that would hire Jamal.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is correct, yes. Nice.
Fuck. And doing this mission on the hardest difficulty is going to be great. I would actually love to do. I'm going to try to get to level 100 first before I start doing anything that I think will be really, really hard. But the fact that I can do it on very hard means that doing it on the hardest is at least doable. So it took everybody like a week to take notice of it, but I've been seeing the Burger King guys return depicted on a bunch of the big X accounts.
Yes.
So
Return
I
of the
guess
King.
it's confirmed that it is.
Yeah, it's because if people are learning, he did this whole thing. Apparently, what this guy Shindig is, and I can't lie, I respect the hustle. He specifically starts shit on planes like this
Mm-hmm.
to get thrown off the plane with the hope that it would become just as big of a catastrophe as it was in the viral situation,
Mm-hmm.
so that he can sue everybody involved.
Has he ever won? That doesn't
I mean,
sound like a
probably.
winning proposition.
No, apparently he wins frequently because all he's got to do is be like, because when in a civil suit, you don't need a unanimous jury verdict. You only need a majority verdict. Or you only need to convince the judge and that there's no jury involved at all. A lot of businesses will just settle
Very
outright,
close to the
especially if you're not
perfect
asking
time.
for exorbitant amounts of money. And all he really needs to do is sit there and say, while he made a complete ass of himself and he said a lot of things that were unforgivable and socially unacceptable and blah, 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 that doesn't entitle you to physically assault him. All he needs to do is say that, and then just about everybody in the world to be like, yeah, fair enough. I award in favor of the plaintiff, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's why he's backing up to his old tricks. And I'm like, you know what? Exactly. I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, considering what other people get away with all the time, go get it, buddy. That's all I can fucking say.
Yeah, I know, David. It's kind of annoying too, but hopefully we've learned the right lesson from it. And now we're not going to play Mitch Haniger 8 million games every week.
Mitch, what? Shaq didn't give you the N-word pass.
A ship, the Moretta, will soon dock in Washington. It carries an intriguing cargo, thermobaric explosives. Gain access to the Moretta. Recover these explosives. Do it.
Where? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. Go get him.
Stupid.
Exactly.
The Moretta is sitting in a sealed dock, awaiting customs clearance. This is where you come in. Once you're in the dockyard, you're going to get it moved to a berth from where you can get aboard. From 2B to 3B. Open the dock gates and let the captain know he can move. Once the Moretta is berthed in 3B, you can get aboard and boost the explosives. Simple? Well, maybe not.
You ready, mate? I know I am.
That's fucked up. You're gonna get that Gratian ship out of the dock and berth.
Yeah, they're replaying the Cavs Celtics game on TNT right now. And almost the end of the first quarter, it's still tied. I'm just in for Boston to blow them out by 40. And
You thought you were just
not
going to
happening.
stroll in through the main entrance? Look around for another way in.
Wild.
Exactly. It didn't happen until like 7 minutes left in the game, where all at once the Cavs just completely collapsed.
Most likely indoors.
Until then, like, and this is why I keep saying, I'm like, Boston is super beatable. Like, anybody that comes out of the West is going to murder them. I think, even though I sat there and said that the East is insanely deep this year, I think the reality is that we're way back to the days of the Eastern Conference. All the real competition's in the West right now.
I mean, the Knicks would be a lot more formidable if Brunson was third. That clearly.
Plus, if Tibbs wasn't a fucking slave driver, like, Josh Hart has less time on the bench this entire series than Brian Scalabrine has time on the court. Like, what the fuck?
Might be worth a look.
Good lord.
Fuel receipts, insurance claims. Nothing useful here. Keep checking the terminals. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. Great. That's key card 1. We need to find one more. Just maritime regulations and shipping forecasts. Keep looking.
God damn it. Fucking.
Have a Frank Vogel moment.
The Moretta is sitting in a sealed dock, awaiting customs clearance. Get the Moretta out of the dock.
Well, we do well to win one game against Baltimore, honestly, so I'm not super optimistic about
Dockyard, right ahead. Get inside. Watch the security though.
next
Good. Next.
2 days.
Gotta make a couple
But
key cards. Smart money would be on them being indoors.
they can certainly surprise me.
Oh, I know that the NFL schedules were released today.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw, but was there anything good looking from Miami?
I know Miami plays the Seahawks week 3, which is definitely going to be a loss because September Miami is the greatest team of all time.
Exactly. Yes.
Watch out. There's a guard.
We're gonna three-peat as September champions this year.
Insurance claims. Nothing useful here. Keep checking the terminals. Personnel contracts and expenses.
You can already predict Kyle's gonna be furious because he's gonna be like, "Why the hell is it the only good game Tua ever plays in the season is gonna be against us?" Grand scheme of things, though, I don't think this team has the ability to break my heart ever again because that was honestly, I don't think I have ever seen a greater choke over a season than what the Dolphins did last year, which is impressive because you have what the Eagles did in the exact same season. But Buffalo went from having a 13% chance to making the playoffs to winning the division because Miami lost literally every important game that they needed to win, including a game against the Titans team that didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's bad.
control.
where they not only lost that game against the Titans, they lost it in humiliating and literal record-breaking fashion. It is the NFL record for the largest comeback in the least amount of time. That was the NFL equivalent of 13-35. It cost us the division. It made us into being a road team, and we played in the Ice Bowl. Tua nearly got frostbite. What the fuck?
Right panel's activated. Now get the other keycard, and let's get the second panel done.
Now let's ask Kramer what he thinks.
Okay, hey, Control. There seems to be a fire here. Oh, wait a minute. No, hang on. No fire. I'm just hallucinating because I'm so fucking bored.
Feeding the fish, huh? You're keeping it quiet. Great. Remember,
Place the body bag case here.
that crowbar will be useful with all these shipping crates. Good job. Finding extra loot always makes me happy.
Yeah, that's why it's really is too bad that Velasquez had to get Gilbert like that. We could give us some buffer to not do so well over the next well, not few weeks, but week or so. Because I don't have a great feeling.
You know, one thing I really hate about living in California. Almost said Miami. I wish I lived in Miami, bro.
Yeah, fuck.
One thing I really hate about living in California is the other day when I went to Little Caesars, I saw a girl working there, and I say girl because she had huge, humongous tits. But she had facial hair. And I don't mean like, man, she really needs to shave her mustache. I mean like she was straight up growing like some serious fucking facial hair. So I'm like, I genuinely can't tell if you're just like an insane feminist bull-dyke who's just genetically predisposed towards that kind of thing, because there's plenty. I've seen plenty of women like that in my time. I can't tell if you're like that or if you're a trainee. And I'm like, man, why is this even a thing that I have to experience? Fuck this place. Oh, for fuck's sake. Thank Christ for that, at least. We may actually win the division this year. I mean, I know we're not gonna. But, we get our Bills games out of the way early. Yeah, 2 guaranteed losses, that's fine. But, we got the Bills in week 2. That's the home game, and then at Bills in November, so, you know, not freezing cold yet. We might still win that. Who knows?
Hey, these terminals likely have the comm frequency for the Moretta. We're gonna need it before long. Just maritime regulations, shipping forecasts. Keep looking.
Yeah, we've actually got a fucking sweetheart schedule. We only played one team that was actually really good last year. We get to avoid a lot of pain. No Chiefs, no Ravens. Gotta play the Niners. But we get, of course, 2 games against the Jets, 2 games against the Patriots, Packers game, Raiders game, It's the Rams, Cardinals, Colts, Titans. First week against the Jaguars. So yeah, we avoid a lot of trouble. Oof.
Not bad.
Guards down. That's the cameras
So
out
as
of
long as we
position.
don't spend the season being the most
Come on, I was
injured team
taking
in the
a
league
shit,
like we were
okay?
last
You
season,
gonna
we
be
might
quiet?
actually
You gonna leave me
win the
alone or
fucking
what?
division. Who knows? At least we can't choke it to playing the Bills in week 17. 18. You know.
I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm tired of you. That's for sure. We should stop talking like this.
If it was 10 starts, he would fight it tooth and nail, but maybe they figure if we only do like 1 or 2 starts, they won't fight it. So it's easy to actually get it to stick.
Still don't know you're there. Look for the keycards. My money would be on the buildings having the keycards. Search them. There's no advantage.
Oh wait, I'll be ready when you need me.
Into the dockyard, gang. Keep an eye out for security and cameras. Go. You're in. Now, hunt down keycards. 2 of them. I'd guess offices are your best bet. I'm guessing these terminals contain the Moretta's comm frequency. Might be worth a look. Just maritime regulations. Shipping forecasts.
I said down.
That hostage will definitely make them have
Come
to
on.
regroup. Buys you more time. Great, that's keycard 1. We need to find one more.
So there's only one basketball game tomorrow, right?
Let me check.
These frequencies will be useful later on. For now, though, stay focused on the job.
Yep. Denver wins in 6 tomorrow. And I believe the game after that, or the day after that, is Indiana forces Game 7 against New York.
Might find something worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm hoping. A game 7 would be fun.
Control, I think maybe you should take the rest of the shift off, okay? Go home. Go to a bar, get a drink, get laid. I'm not gonna tell on you.
Oh my god, I killed a civilian by complete freaking accident. I had no idea he was there.
Got a body bag case here. Get down.
Dinner time, little fishies. They have no clue you're here. Now keep looking for that key card.
Yeah, we need another bullpen arm now. Like, literally, we have a day off today. Either we need to call somebody up, or we need to trade for somebody immediately. Because who knows his arm is about to fall off.
That's the left panel. Now search for the other key card. Get the other panel activated.
How could he only score 8 points?
Guard is down. That's the cameras out of action.
I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm tired of you. That's for sure. We should stop talking like this.
That looks like the cargo manifest. Good job. It narrows things down. This will make our job easier.
It took out the camera guy. What the hell?
Still don't know you're there. Look for the key card.
2-3 over here. Reporting in. There's signs
Damn,
of
it's the alarm. Well, this just got more.
Oh, that's annoying.
You ready, mates? I know I ready.
That's fucked up. You're gonna get that Gratian ship out of the dock and burst. Docks are right there. Head in and watch for guards. You're in. Now, hunt down key cards. 2 of them. I guess offices are your best bet. car dealt with. No need to worry about the cameras now.
No, I'm not alright. I'm pissed, okay? When I get back there, I'm gonna fucking kick some ass all over the fucking place. Down on the ground. Last chance, asshole. Get down.
Take hostages. They'll be more careful coming in.
Follow me.
Hey, these terminals likely have the comm frequency for the Moretta. We're gonna need it before long. Fuel receipts, insurance claims. Nothing useful here. Keep checking the terminals. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. Just maritime regulations and shipping forecasts. Keep looking. Fuel receipts, insurance claims. Nothing useful here. Keep checking the terminals.
2-5 over here, reporting in.
Sorry, Control. I was just thinking about your mama. No, I'm kidding, I wasn't. Really, come on, I love you, okay? Not like that, you know, as a friend.
How you get a scar like this? Eating pineapple?
Follow me!
Yes.
Follow! Follow me!
Keycard for the gate. Gonna need another though.
I have no idea how that guy didn't see me.
Keeping it quiet. Great. Remember, you need the keycard. This is the first control room for the gate. Otherwise, it's over the way there, see? Left panel's activated. Now get another keycard, and let's get the second panel done. There she is. The Moretta. No access here, though. Get it to Dock 3B.
Little birdie's home! Hold it! Control, I think maybe you should take the rest of the shift off, okay? Go home. Go to a bar, get a drink, get laid. I'm not gonna tell on you. Place the body bag case here.
Just food for the rats now.
Remember when you asked that guy to draw a picture of the cowboy and the Japanese girl? The cowboy found a remote control with a button on it. That would make the girl shit her pants whenever he pressed it.
Good lord.
He immediately blocked you.
Oh, right! I forgot about that one. Yeah. Oh, man, that's so disappointing. I wish he did.
It's secure.
But yeah, that was really funny. Fuck was that?
Took care of both
No, I'm not all right. I'm pissed, okay? When I get back there,
You
I'm gonna
fucking
fucking kick some ass
bullshitting
all
me.
over
I'm
the
not
fucking
going
place.
all the way over there.
Still don't know you're there. Look for the keycard.
Need to fight the forces of evil. The last thing I want to do is be surrounded by a bunch of good guys. Oof.
Faces. Conquer.
Exactly. No, 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 no. You are a Negro. Jesus.
Do the Miami Marlins have any good bullpen pitchers that we could poach? Or they'd be willing to trade just about anything right now.
We have literally one good pitcher, and he is the only part of our roster that is like, this dude is as untouchable as it comes. Because if we let him go, then the whole fucking franchise might as well just fold. Like, there's no point in existing.
I mean, some people would argue that that should happen, I think.
For real.
Including most Marlins fans.
Yeah, insert picture. Malding. Right here.
Alright. Next step is to find 2 keycards. Most likely indoors.
Poor Pim.
Guard is down. That's the cameras out of action.
It's okay, Control. Yeah, just changing the back.
This is pretty funny though. The Detroit Tigers wanted to troll the Marlins earlier today. So as the Marlins batter comes up to bat, they got on their little fucking big Titantron thing, you know, the big screen. So the player note: only 2 actual Marlins fans attend games in Miami. And what's funny about that is just how fucking empty Detroit's arena is. Like,
yeah, it's like that's not really the team thing.
It's like this ain't the flex you think it is, Chief. Like I'm sending you the picture right now. Absolutely brutal.
Hey, these terminals likely have the comm frequency for the Moretta. We're gonna need it before long. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. Just maritime
Even funnier when you think about the historical context there. Because we're 2 franchises who got Miggy to play for him. Miggy wins with us, 2 rings. Miggy plays for them, wastes 20 years of his life.
Yeah, there are a lot of franchises out there that should be embarrassed that the Miami Marlins have done better than them. That's pretty humiliating.
And yeah, the Tigers are definitely one of them.
Most years the Marlins have an owner that is actively just trying to strip costs so he can...
Right. So like, then a lot of Marlins fans, because I got that from the Marlins subreddit. A lot of guys in there, they were like, this is, not only is this low-hanging fruit, but like, this is absolutely throwing stones in glass houses. Like, haha, Marlins fans don't show up to games, as you say when your fucking arena's empty, and... Come on, buddy. Besides, actual Marlins fans are far from happy.
Gonna need another, though.
God damn it. David, if we do that, I swear to God, I'm gonna become a Marlins fan.
There's the dockyard, right ahead. Get inside. Watch the security, though. You're in. Now, hunt down key cards. 2 of them. I guess offices are your best bet.
Okay, now I'm pissed.
What happened?
I'm guessing these terminals contain the Moretta's com frequency. Might be worth a look. Just maritime regulations.
I'll explain in a minute.
Forecast.
Mom.
Keep looking. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. These frequencies will be useful later on. For now, though, stay focused on the job. Guard is down. That's the cameras out of action.
There's nothing happening here. I should go home. You should go home. Get the fuck down!
Civilians are an asset. You kill them,
I'm very confident this mission is twofold.
there's the dockyard. Right ahead. Get inside. Watch the security, though. That's our ship, the Moretta. But we won't get it from here. Gotta move it to Dock 3B. That's the guard down. Don't have to worry about the cameras anymore.
Stop calling me all the time. Oh, I called you? Well, there was nothing. Wrong number. Get down on the ground.
That hostage is going to slow the cops down. A professional doesn't need to kill those people, you know? I'm guessing these terminals contain the Moretta's com frequency. Might be worth a look. Just maritime regulations and shipping forecasts. Keep looking. A key card for the gate. Gonna need another, though. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. Fuel receipts, insurance claims. Nothing useful here. Keep checking the terminals. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. wagons on the train might be loaded and might have loot. Check him out. This is the first control room for the gate. Other wires over the way there, see? Left panel's activated. Now get another keycard, and let's get the second panel done. They have no clue you're here. Now keep looking for that keycard.
You keep quiet, will you? Bad guys could be sneaking around there. I don't want them to hear you. Got a body bag case here. Okay, we got it secured.
Crowbar, good find. Always useful. Here's the second control room. Between the two, we can open the gate.
Well, we certainly have the farm system to raid if we really feel like we need. I will say, given how good our bullpen machine is, it would be disappointing if we had to give up on a bunch of assets for a bullpen arm right now, because the machine decided to stop churning things out at the exact wrong time.
And that's the guards dealt with. Cameras are no longer a problem.
Control. I was just thinking about your mama. No, I'm kidding, I wasn't. Really, come on, I love you, okay? Not like that, you know, as a friend.
Keeping it quiet. Great. Remember, you need the keycard.
Wow, you know it's even better. I check in, and it turns out that was just fucking sour grapes. That Marlins picture with the Tigers, because we beat them, which means that we actually just won the series. That's only the second
It's okay, Control.
series that we
Everything is
won
good.
this
No
season.
Cuban criminals in the area.
Thanks.
Only American criminals with no
We
balls.
swept the Rockies
No criminals.
back at the end of April. And, yeah. Imagine talking shit to the worst team in baseball, and then they take the series off you. It's pretty impressive.
It's not like Marlins fans aren't aware of how bad they are. Not like you're telling them something they don't already know.
Yeah, even with that win today, we actually have the worst record in the league. Ooh.
Jimmy's having a tough time with things.
Still don't know you're there. Look for the key card.
Absolutely. I love kids, Charlie. I love kids. Is that your strategy for getting out of being a Marlins fan? Is yell that shit as loud as at the top of your lungs?
After the Golden Grin, the Payday...
My contacts in Split inform.
The Moretta is sitting in a sealed up.
You ready, mates? I know
There's the dockyard. Right ahead. Get inside. Watch the security though. We're inside. Good. Next, gonna need a couple of key cards. Smart money would be on them being indoors. That's the guard down. Don't have to worry about the cameras anymore.
Stop calling me all the time. Oh, I called you? Well, there was nothing. Wrong number.
Hey! They're gonna bring in the big guns if you kill civilians.
Cockroaches want to play rough?
Get the Moretta out of the dock. When it's burst, get aboard, get the explosives. Get out. Got it? Docks are right there. Head in and watch for guards. You're in. Now, hunt down key cards. 2 of them. I guess offices are your best bet. That's the guard down. Don't have to worry about the cameras anymore.
Hey, I'm fucking bored here. How long is left on my shift, you assholes?
Stop it! Don't kill civilians! I'm guessing these terminals contain the Moretta's comm frequency. Might be worth a look. Personnel contracts and expenses. Useless. Keep checking. Nice. Com frequencies for the Moretta. This will be useful later on, but stay focused.
Yeah, what is up with the Rangers lately? They can't win.
Well, what have we here? Only the Moretta's cargo manifest. Now we know which containers may hold loot. Good find. You already found the com frequencies for the Moretta. You'll need to keep checking the computers. You got the frequencies already. Stay focused. The train's ready for the cargo. Check the wagons. Probably loaded. Might find something worthwhile. They have no clue you're here.
Hey,
Now keep
take it
looking
easy
for
when
that
you're
key
talking,
card.
okay? Yeah, that's right. I'm fucking okay. Now leave me the fuck alone. Place the body bag case here.
Dinner time, little fishies. First control room. The other is across the dock. You see it? Left gate activated. Now find another key card, and let's get the other gate open.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking of this story about Castro falling in love with a donkey. It's a true story. Beautiful donkey, you know? And this fucking priest walks in.
There she is. The Moretta. No access here, though. Get it to Dock 3B. And that's the second key card. Nice job. Good. Now use the key card on the panel in the other control room.
Okay.
Oh man.
What?
Oh, just different grok stories. Coming up with. Remember, I only share with you the most absolute banger of bangers. A lot of these are just complete dog.
No, I've generated some that I don't share as well because I don't think they're...
Exactly, a lot of these are really bad, but I still laugh because I'm like, wow, that's insanely fucking ridiculous.
Got a body bag case here.
But you know what, Frank? You're right. I am a...
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, then we got nothing to talk about. Bird flies overhead. Art.
Exactly.
Here's the second control room. Between the two, we can open the gate. Gates are open. Great. Time to move the ship. I knew that comm frequency you found earlier would come in useful. Now, just find a radio and let me do the rest.
What? Not going anywhere. I'm here to teach kids karate, and that's what I'm going to do.
Kramer! Oh, you saved Jerry. It's so lucky you just happened to be here. What? What are you talking about? I come here once a week.
You're the one I wrote where Nerve hired a bunch of new employees.
Now, the radio.
Yes.
And they were all lazy, so Masato started
I like
whipping
where
them
this
all
is
with his
going.
belt.
Yes.
All they needed was a little tough love.
Guys, pass me into the radio. Let me speak to the Moretta. Moretta, this is Port Washington Radio. 101E. Over.
Port of Washington Radio, 101E. This is Moretta. Over.
Moretta, this is Port Washington Radio. Free to clear dock and berth at 3B. Stand by for GPS data. Over.
Port of Washington Radio, this is Moretta. Standing by to receive GPS data. Over.
Great. Now, let's get at that GPS data. Find a computer to upload. trigger the alarm, or search for extra loot. Your choice, guys.
How could he only score 8 points?
All is quite still. Good work. Stay hidden while the Moretta talks.
Therapy, I beg of you. Wait a fucking minute. Have I lost my mind, or has Discord deleted our last, like, almost 3 days worth of chat logs? Looking at our DMs right now, Snacks, and I don't see anything from the last 3 days. It's all gone. Huh.
That's insane, because it's still there for me.
Okay, it's probably just a little loading issue. Check it after I restart Discord or something. Weird.
Yeah, there's nothing I can really say about that. Yeah, I still got it, so.
Okay. Not that big of a deal. I was just really confused. For asking me about boneless wings is the most message.
Stand by, gang.
Huh.
If it was like that for both of us, I would start being very concerned, because I'm like, they know.
They do.
Speaking of knowing, did you see that I totally called it that Duolicious was a Fed trap?
Yeah, I did see. Pretty funny.
I was like, eh. Most obvious fucking shit of my life.
Moretta is in position. Get on deck and look for the explosives. Move! No alarm was triggered, so you can simply walk into the containers. Outstanding. Nothing in here. Keep looking. Wonder what's in the case. Could be the butcher's explosives. Have a look. Security is still quiet. Now find the bomb. Ah, it's empty. Find another one.
Oh my god, I have to take all 4. Oh, this, well... Okay, maybe this won't be so bad. Oh my god. Okay.
Ready or not, here I come! Hurry!
That could actually be worse.
Deliver the bags! That's one!
That's one of them fuckers.
Oh my god. Let's see how fucking insane this. Jesus.
Time to deliver the bags! Halfway there!
One.
One more!
That's one of them fuckers.
Boat's ready for you. That's all of them. Let's get out of here.
Alright, we did it. Alright, not bad.
After the Golden Grin, the Payday gang is known to DC to LA, and it looks like the Butcher's burgeoning international operations hit something of a snag. The Sosa cartel have been interfering with her shipments. We made a little Balkan friend. Let's keep her that way.
Might be the Scarface. That could be fun. Alright guys, that's going to do it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a good rest of your evening.